Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. Today I'm gonna do another video that talks about spirituality for beginners. So I will have to create a little bit of different playlist for the people that are in an advanced level of spirituality and people that are a little bit still approaching these new topics in their life. So well, for beginners, so understanding that we are spiritual beings is the first step that will guide you through spirituality. Spiritual beings means that we have a spirit that is in our body, and our body is in our spirit. So if the spirit is fine, the body is fine. If the spirit is not fine, the body is not fine. And the same way, if the spirit is good but we are mistreating the body, they just influence each other. Spirits is a different vibration compared to the material world. So we have many dimensions, okay, and the first dimension we can go up to 12, which angels are up there. In the middle we have all sort of spirits, good and bad, and everything is connected. So by listening to yourself and by breaking free from this empowerment technique that the society brought us up, they raise us in this way, they raise us far away from the truth. In this way we will not be able to manifest the truth. So this is the game, this is the trick that they have been doing until now. So we go on into our day-to-day life, and then at some point you realize there is something missing, and this happens in many lives of people, no matter the circumstances. Some people, they have a nice job, they have good money, they have a family, and they still feel that something is missing. Some people, they are completely poor, they don't know what to do in life, they feel lost, and in the same way they feel that something is missing. Other people, they're not spiritual at all, but they just sense that we didn't came here with the only goal of paying bills and going to work and being slaves. They have this feeling even though they're not spiritual at all. So all of these circumstances, like different circumstances with different kind of people, that they have the same feeling. This is because source is trying to call us. Or people that are strong in depression, people that are toxic, people that are full of demons, people that want to control other people as well at some point through karma, because when you are toxic, when you are evil, karma will punish you. And then they start to cry and they're like, oh my god, why all of this is happening to me? Oh well, ask yourself what you've been doing. And when they reach this crazy situation that they see that the world is punishing them as well, even them, they're like, there is something else. Then they can sense there's something else, guy. That's something else. Everyone can sense it lately, especially in 2020. We're gonna be a double years, a double number. We're gonna feel like, my angel told me that they are literally bombarding people. They are literally bombarding people with synchronicity, with feeling, with longing. They are calling us literally. So spirituality for beginner is, first of all, acknowledging that we have been brainwashed, acknowledging that we have been treated like robots, when in reality we were mystical, we were magical, we were meant to connect with spirits, we were meant to manifest heaven on earth, and we were meant to also manifest a beautiful life and a fulfilling life. And you matter, and you have something to give, and you have something to provide, and you have something in you that is worth to explore, and is worth for you to let it out and express it to the world. So already spirituality for beginning, already by doing that, only accepting this is already a very good start. Second, spirituality for beginner, it's exploring yourself, because you don't know who you are. All those years, all this time, you've been focusing on proving yourself, external validation, doing courses, in getting jobs, interviews, houses, showing off to people, acting to people, entertaining people, being controlled by people, people pleaser, what is cool, what is not cool, who is wrong, who is right, battle between science and religions. There is a lot of stuff that we have been focusing on, and starting a path of being spiritual, it's reversing all of that. So spirituality for beginners means, who are you? Who are you? What do you like? What can you provide? What gives you joy? How do you express yourself? How you express the world inside you? How do you feel in this society? Do you see your self-worth? Do you see your abilities? Do you see behind this body, behind the material? What do you came here to do? So approaching spirituality, it starts by exploring yourself, by exploring who you are, what makes you happy, exploring if you have been feeding the ego until now, or if you have for real trying to fulfill yourself inside, if you have been acting according to expectation, or if it was the real you coming out. Are you afraid of judgment? Are you afraid of being judged? Are you afraid to show your weirdness? Do you even know what is your weirdness, your peculiarity? When you approach life in a spiritual way, you reverse everything that they taught you. You don't focusing on the outside, you don't focus on the worry, you don't focus on the issue, you focus on who you are, how you feel. You dig in, why do you feel like that? Spiritual beings knows that everything you manifested in your life is the mirror of what is inside. And inside there is a spirit with past memories, with traumas that needs to be healed, with dynamic attached to us, toxic patterns, toxic behavior that we probably carry on from many past lives. So there is a lot to heal, there is a lot to unfold, a lot to discover. Taking life spiritually is nothing is a coincidence. In everything there is a message, a growth, a new perspective, an evolution. And spiritual beings they are not afraid to go there, are not afraid to face the shadow parts. They're not afraid to see if we have been too evil, too toxic, or too good, too full. They are willing to dig what is keeping you stuck. Are they wrong beliefs from society? Is it your ego? Are you full of demons? Are you toxic and you don't want to admit it? Are you not able to state when you have been toxic and ask for forgiveness, or forgive yourself? Or are you afraid to state that you've been too good and that is not the way? Are you afraid to accept light and dark of you? Solving it is like a puzzle. A spiritual being knows that it's a puzzle that needs to unfold, that needs to be understood, that there is way more than just you and bones. There are entities, there are good spirit, bad spirit, good energy, bad energy. There are wrong behavior, dynamic that are attaching you, are draining you. Is a film. Your life literally can become a film. There is so much to dig in. When you get into this deep dive in, and you're able to admit when you were bad, admit when you were too good, admit when you were being corrupted by evil, or when you were being corrupted by only light, because this can be as well. You finally, your spirit, get rid of labels, get rid of this misbelief. You find out your own freedom, and you survived through the adversity, through the challenges. You survive through the circumstances, and you became wiser. Becoming wiser allowed you to realize that we have been victim of lies, that there is way more that influences our life. There are way more things that are hidden. No, energy, entities, there is patterns of behavior that follow our ancestors that we need to heal, we need to evolve. So a person that is approaching a spiritual path is coming face to face with yourself, coming face to face with what is behind the reality, behind this duality of good and evil, bad and wrong, and right and wrong, and pushing for evolution. Pushing for evolution means that you understand that this is just a body, this is just another experience. What can we get from it? What do you want to get from this experience? Do you want to be happy, fulfilled, with doing what you like, or what would you like to be just depressed, paranoia, no self-worth, toxic, controlling issue, controlling people? Like, you have to choose if you want to become the divine, if you want to nurture the spirit, the evolution, or if you want to stay stuck in this 3D material, controlling toxicity, and not seeing the bigger picture. And one of the challenges that people has to survive and accept is the fact that we are not meant to judge. There is not good or wrong. There is just learning. There is just accepting, contemplating. Instead, sometimes it looks like we are born in a planet in which only the ego matters. But your ego doesn't exist in spirituality. It exists accepting that the ego exists, but we cannot get controlled by it. The perspective is that not everything is rotating around you, but you are inside a crazy web of connection and energy and patterns and coincidence and good and like good spirit and bad spirit. Like, you are in it. There is no ego. We are all part of the divine. We are all part of God. We are all different aspects of God. So anything you meet is a part of God. So it could be a good part of God, or could be a bad part of God, or could be a shadow aspect of divinity and a light aspect of divinity. So we need to accept and evolve. This is what spiritual people do. Approaching life in a mystical way, it means that everything we got taught, you do it exactly in the opposite way. So you start to make question to yourself why everything that you manifested is like this. And by observing it, you will realize that there is so much that the environment around you is trying to tell you. Your spirit is a magnet. So if you believe wrong things, you will attract wrong things. If you believe right things, you will attract right things. You are the magnet, you are the power, you are the spirits, you are the essence, you are the energetic vibration. So what you emit, it will come back. So when people ask me spirituality for beginner, I get a little bit, it's very difficult for me because I was born diving deep in these things. But I hope that with my channel I can help somebody. So understanding and taking life in a spiritual way as a beginner is recognizing that everything you manifested came from you, and understanding that you are spirit, you have a soul that will reincarnate in other bodies, and we'll have other experience and had other experiences. So sometimes we carry on in this life karma from a past life, lessons that we did not get in our past life as well. So that's why spiritual people are really deep, because we have to go deep on who we are. And that's why society keeps us in the surface, because they don't want you to figure it out. They don't want you to figure out who you are. They don't want to figure out your power. So spirituality for beginners is the question: do I want to be happy? Do I want to make my soul happy? Do I want to make my spirit happy? Do I want to evolve? Do I want to see? Do I want to learn? Do I want to dig in? You will have to face shadow. You will have to admit that you are toxic. You will have to admit when you did wrong. And get over it. Taking responsibility. Admitting when you've been toxic, admitting when you've been a fool. It takes a lot of cojones, a lot of boldness to become a spiritual being. To come face to face with yourself, to come face to face with your shadow, to come face to face with what happened in your life, processing what happened in your life. Every single event that happened in your life did something to you. And even stuff that you did from past lives has still an influence on you. So you are a big mystery to unfold. There is stuff to heal, stuff to see. We have to evolve. You have a life purpose, which is only expression of the divine. But if you don't know where the divine in you is, what will you express? If you are afraid of spirits, if you're still judging, if you're full of demons, these things, to evolve spiritually, needs to be taken like, seriously. night and see you next time.